feel your breath, to recognize this present moment, to feel your body, connect with your body, and be present in your body, in this place, on your mat, in this moment. Maybe noticing your rib cage, that circumferential expansion through the rib cage, front, back, side to side. Noticing the ground pressing against your feet as your feet press into the ground. Noticing the upward motion of your body, so your feet to your knees, to your hips and belly, to your shoulders, neck, and up through the crown of the head. Notice your hands hanging down from the shoulders, the feet under the hips. And let's take a few movements with the shoulders. I always like to do shoulder shrugs and shoulder circles. It could be some arm swings. Whatever feels comfortable and natural for you to get some movement starting through the shoulders. Enjoy that. And then kind of shake out the arms like you're wringing out your hands and flicking some water off your hands. And then let your arms hang down from your shoulders and just notice your natural position of your shoulders. So if your shoulders start to come a little forward, mine do probably more than I would like, but that natural position of the ball in the socket of the shoulder joint. Notice where it is, if it's pretty straight out or if it's further forward. So we're just becoming aware of our body, of our own position that may affect our own movements, noticing that we do have more of a forward slant. Then when you lift your arms up, they may be further forward, and that's okay. So we're just kind of noticing our body. Let's bring our hands to our hips. So take your index finger to the front of your hips, maybe the rest of your fingers as well, and your thumb to the back. Right at that hip crease, and soften into your knees, starting to move the hips around. So you'll soften into the knees and like you're drawing circles around your feet with your hips. If your feet are together, take them hip width apart. Good, so yeah, Marianne, take your feet a little bit apart and do those kind of drawing circles. Try and keep your upper body, so everything from your rib cage up still, so that you have to notice your core strength to get some of that movement. And notice kind of from your, I'm doing it opposite. I'm seated, but you want to keep this part still and the hips moving, knees can move, ankles should get some movement. And if you haven't already, switch directions, so now start those circles in the other direction. Trying to keep the upper body as still as possible so that you have to notice some core muscles working, the spine getting some movement. And then slow it down until you come to a stop. And let's start to connect our movements with the breath. Bring the arms down, turn the palms out and away, and inhale, arms lifting up. Exhale, press hands out, away, and down, and continue that. So you're moving the arms with your breath, inhaling up and exhaling down, knowing that you're welcome to add any movements. So you could inhale the arms forward and up, or take a big wide expansion. So just an upward movement with the arms on the inhale, exhale down. It could be through center. Inhaling up. You're just kind of feeling that flow. Next, inhale, bring the arms up overhead, and we'll exhale, bending elbows back, pulling them. So you're trying to get a little back bend through the upper back. If you want to add a bit of a back bend, go ahead, and then inhale back up. And let's exhale, hands to heart center, so a little less movement. I know our shoulders might be getting tired. Inhale up, exhale, little upper back bend. Squeeze the elbows together behind you. Feel that squeezing through the upper back. Exhale, hands to heart center one last time. Inhaling up. Exhale, arms open. Feel that squeeze, that bend through the upper back. Inhale up and relax shoulders. Go ahead and take them down. Next, we'll do a progressive lunge. So step toward the front of your mat and we'll do 3 lunges that are progressively getting longer. We're lunging back. So the first one's going to be a fairly narrow step back and we'll do it on both sides. So as you're ready and start to get into the breath, we're going to bring the hands back to heart center and feel your feet. Close your eyes. Move the weight back and forth, left and right on the feet. So you're kind of feeling that foundation beneath you. Starting to feel into your breath. Okay, some of you have already stepped back. So let's go ahead and step the left leg back. Weight into your right foot. Step left leg back. Narrow lunge. Don't just kind of work into this lunge a little deeper. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands back to heart center. And throughout all of our lunges today, we're going to try and step forward with as much control and balance as possible. So step that back leg forward, up to the front leg. But see if you can kind of hover the foot off the ground before you step it down. So we're kind of working on balance as we step from the lunges into the forward fold. Go ahead to the other leg. When you're ready, step the other leg back. Once you get there, option. So we're trying to keep the heel lifted. If you need to lower the heel and have a flat back foot, that's okay. All right, so as you try and keep the heel lifted, inhale, arms lift. Take that inhale. Exhale, hands back to heart center, and back leg lifts and steps forward, but try and gain a little air through that back leg. Good, so you're just stepping it forward with control. So that's our first one. Same thing, next time, see if you can step back a little deeper. So left leg back. Weight into your right foot. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lift the back leg up. Step it forward with control. Other leg when you're ready. Step back. Inhale, arms lift. And if you need to hold it for a few breaths or get some bending into the knees, you're welcome to exhale, hands, and step forward. With control, hold some air there, find some balance. Last time, step left leg back first. This is a deeper lunge, so try and get a little deeper. And this should feel pretty challenging balance-wise. You are pretty deep. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step back leg forward. And opposite leg. Lunge it back fairly deep. Find that nice deep lunge. Have a little bend in both knees. Feel yourself, your whole torso lift upright. Point your tailbone to the ground and find a long tailbone. If you need to have a chair here, feel free to have a chair to hold on to, right or left side. Take a big inhale with your breath, lengthen. With your exhale, see if you can bend a little into your knees. Hands to heart center. Step that back leg off the ground. Find some air, find some control. Come up and step it next to your other foot. Okay, so now we're gonna do that same lunge again, but add an extra move with our breath. So as you're ready, left leg lunges back. Go left leg back. Inhale, arms lift. As you exhale, find a power lunge. So power lunge, our hands come into these jet airplane arms right alongside the torso. You're going to, I didn't do a good example. You're going to actually lean forward with your torso and kind of reach forward out through the crown of your head. And a lot of strength is in this front leg. Now, see if you can, if you have a chair, you can use a chair. See if you can lift that back leg and come back up. So we're trying to, it's a little bit of this kind of warrior 3 type pose. Gain your balance and step. Let's try the other side. Step back, right leg back. Find that balance. This is a fairly deep lunge. You've got a chair, maybe put it off to the side. So it's there when you need it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, power lunge. Lift that back leg. Bring it down. Good. So this is our base. All of our flowing movements will be built on this, and they will all end in that same way. Let's take a little standing sun salutation flow, connect with the breath, add that nice deep lunge, and then we'll continue building on it. So when you're ready, arms lift. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Hang out in your forward fold for a few breaths. Add some halfway lifts. I always like to do 3. I'll inhale to 1 halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, second halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. When you're ready, inhale, third halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Then bend into your knees a little bit. Take a big inhale, come all the way up, extended mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center. As you're ready, left leg steps back, nice and deep. Find that lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, power lunge. Hands come alongside the body. Beautiful. Find that balance. Use a chair if you need. Lift the back leg up when you're ready. Find some air. Step forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Just 1 halfway lift this time at your own pace. Add 1 halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up into standing, moving with your breath. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and step the other leg back, right leg back. Inhale, arms lift, bend into the knees. Exhale, power lunge, hands alongside the body. When you're ready, lift that back leg up, find some balance. Exhale, step it forward. Inhale, come up, arms overhead. We're going to turn that into a chair eventually. Exhale, fold forward. Come all the way into your forward fold. Notice your body here, stretching that entire back body. Inhale to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. All right, from here, a few options. We're going to come into a kneeling lunge. So if you're okay kneeling, go ahead and step left leg back all the way into a nice deep kneeling lunge. If you don't like kneeling, if you have a chair without arms on it, what you're going to do is come into a lunge on a chair instead. So instead of the knee kneeling on the ground, you're going to be seated. Same movements, just without the kneeling. So if you are kneeling, you're just like this. Now we're going to inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, bring your fingers to cradle behind the head. Now think about keeping a long, strong spine. So you can back bend a little bit, but don't let any crunching happen. Try and keep your tailbone reaching down nice and long. So it's a long back bend if it's a back bend. Then look up, take an inhale as you look up and draw your elbows back. Feel this opening and expansion through the front body. Maybe you can lean forward and feel a hips flexor stretch. As you exhale, bring the hands on each side of the front foot. Step that back foot up. If your legs are pretty far apart like mine are, you're going to just kind of cheat a little step closer. And then continue our flow. Hands come alongside the body. Pick that back leg up. Step it in. This time as you step it in, your front knee was bent. So now we're going to bend both knees and inhale up into chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up into standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, other side. So if you're in a chair, you're going to step back into your chair like this. If you're coming all the way down to the ground, you might want to go into forward fold and then step the right leg back or opposite leg back. So you find that kneeling lunge, get your balance, find your breath again. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fingers cradle the head. Now it's all about the elbows and upper back. Take an inhale, expand into the front body. Good, maybe you're moving the hips just a little bit forward. As you exhale, gently release. Place the hands down on each side of the front foot. Lift that back foot in a little closer. You're in this kind of deep lunge. This is probably the hardest pose we'll do is right here. And then see if you can step that back leg up. Bring it in to meet the front foot and find chair. So have a bend in the front knee as you bring the back knee to meet it. Instead of going into a forward fold, let's come all the way up into standing this time. Straighten up, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. So I just wanted to give you that option for the kneeling lunge. We don't have to do that anymore. Okay. We feeling kind of warm? We ready to add on? All right. Remember, you always can do the chair lunge instead of a standing lunge, or you can have one hand on the chair. So now we're going to work into a full standing flow, and then we'll build on that. I'm going to try not to do it. I'm going to try and let you not have to look at me while we do it. It's poses that you know, and so we'll see how it goes. All right. Let's go ahead and find your flow. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, you're bringing hands to heart center while you step your left leg back. Find that lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. As you exhale, take it into a lunge twist. So you've got your right leg forward. You're twisting to the right. Don't worry about leaning forward or anything. You're just kind of hands up prayer and adding a twist. Twist to the right. Next, inhale. Blossom those arms open. See if you can do it like a whole windmill into warrior two. So find your warrior two. Right leg forward, left leg back, right knee bent. Warrior two. Right toes point to the front, right knee bent, back toes point to the long side of the mat. Arms out like a T. Now stack shoulders and over the hips so that you're parallel to the long side of the mat. Good. Next, inhale. So we're moving with the breath. Pause and find your own breath. Back hand on the back leg. Front hand up to the sky. Reverse warrior. Paint the ceiling with your hand. Whenever you're ready, on your next exhale, you've got that front knee bent. You're going to just come through your warrior two. Front elbow to the front knee. Back arm up to the sky. Extended side angle. Good. Try and help your shoulders stay upright, like your top shoulder stacked above the bottom. And then from here, just adding 3 breaths. With that top arm, you're going to add some movement. So you're going to inhale, lifting that top arm kind of long, like it's coming closer to the ear. On your exhale, you're going to spin it around and just bring it kind of like we did last week behind the back, palm facing away. Inhale, arm lifting, finding length. Exhale. So you're moving just the top arm with your breath. Rotating it around. Find your own movement here. One last time, breath. So you're just taking your time to get that side lengthened. When you're ready and you come back up, we're going to come into a reverse triangle, which means come through your warrior two, straighten your front knee, and now your front arm reaches up to the sky. So it's reverse warrior, but the front knee is now straight. Then we'll work our way into our triangle, which is just like where you were, but the front knee is straight. But as you come into your triangle, reach forward and then cartwheel the arms, front arm to the front leg wherever it lands, and bring that back arm up. So I am going to show you this triangle here. So you just kind of come where it lands, or at least usually I will, and then I'll kind of work a little deeper. I'll kind of slide down as I feel more comfortable. And we're coming into this 2 or 3 times today on each side, so feel free to take your time. Now we're going to butterfly the arms. So this is just today for our first one. We're slowing it down. We're going to close that hand. My shoulder lowers down, and then open it. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale down, move with the breath. Inhale, open. Last time, trying to get some rotation through the spine. Exhaling down, inhaling up. Good. Now, let's go into our lunge. Come on to the back toes. We're going to shift our hips. They were facing the long side. Now they're facing the short side. Inhale up. All right, you know where we're going from here. Power lunge, hands alongside the body. Reach forward through the crown of the head. When you're ready, take some flight and step that back leg forward. So you can take this into a full warrior 3, coming forward, and then come down, or you can just catch some air. Let's bring hands to heart center. and bring it in. Chair legs, inhale up into our chair. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reach overhead. So that's our standing sequence, and then I'll build on it next time. But it's kind of fun. Let's do it again. Let's try it on the other side. Find your breath. Inhale, arms reach up. Now you know where we're going. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. We got to add some length through your spine right now. We've been doing a lot of work on that spine. So wiggle the spine out in your forward fold. Shake your head yes and no. Feel your breath. Notice if you're breathing extra heavy or anything. If you are, slow it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Take that length from your halfway lift into the forward fold. Next inhale, come all the way up. In one same movement, as the hands exhale down to heart center, step right leg back or opposite leg. Beautiful. I have to think about it here. Don't worry, I wrote it down. I don't make you do. I don't make you do anything lopsided. All right, first work into your twist toward the front leg. So if you have left leg forward, you're twisting to the left. Find that length, just feel that twist that you are creating from within your own torso. As you exhale, you're gonna open the arms and just unwind the spine. Come into a warrior two, left knee bent. Open the arms and hips toward and shoulders toward the long side of the mat. So you were in this twist, now you're totally unwinding. It should be a nice feel to unwind. Feeling that warrior two. Then work into that reverse warrior, back hand on your back leg, front hands up to the sky, paint the ceiling. Feel that length through the side body. When you're ready, come back through your warrior two. Your front knee will be bent and then just tilt from the hips. Keep length in the spine as you bring your left elbow to the left knee, back or left thigh, back arm up to the sky. So remember, this is where we're taking time to find length through the side body. So as you inhale, keep working on some length. And as you exhale, bring the hand behind the back. I'm going to turn palm away and just open up. Kind of work on that shoulder flexibility. Side length. Exhale, shoulder flexibility. So just add some arm movement. And it could be, really, you could just do anything where it feels like you're lengthening with the inhale and kind of opening something with the exhale. Anything that works for you, any arm movement. Once you've done at least 3 breaths, we'll come back, start to straighten the front leg as you lift the left arm up, left knee straightens, reverse triangle. So you're getting some length now. And then as you exhale, you come into your triangle. So I'm gonna kind of reach forward and then cartwheel the arms to wherever your front hand lands on your front leg. And then just work into this length in your triangle. Try and lengthen out through the crown of your head. Let's take 3 breaths with the arm movement. Upper arm will butterfly down and up. Go at your own pace. 3 breaths. Exhale down. Inhale up. These are all moves that we have done in class that you know. So now you get to just go with your own breath and feel in your own body. So we've done our triangle. As you're ready, take that back heel, pivot on the ball of the foot. So the back heel lifts, you're in your lunge. Arms reach up, find your lunge. As you exhale, hands come alongside the body. We're in our power lunge. So remember, lunge to power lunge, your torso leans forward. Your hands come alongside jet airplane, arms reach forward through the crown of your head. You've got a bend in the front knee. You're gonna bring the back foot up to meet the front foot, keeping the bend in the knee. So you're finding chair pose. You can add the warrior 3 or just add a little like foot lift balance practice. Find your chair. Inhale, lift, chair. Exhale, settle in, bend into the knees and hips. Inhale, straighten the legs, arms reach up overhead, standing up, extended mountain, Tadasana. As you exhale, bring hands to heart center and just feel yourself. Feel left and right. How are you feeling? Notice your breath. So that's our move. We're going to add a little bit onto it this next time. We're going to try and go and flow with your breath. So you'll feel more confident in the moves as you're ready. All right, left leg forward, step toward the front of your mat. Let's find a little flow, adding our standing sun salutation. Arms reach up. Exhale, forward fold, fall into a forward fold. Inhale, add a halfway lift when you're ready. Gather some length. Lift the heart forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up. Arms can reach up through center or out to the side. Bring the palms to touch overhead. Exhale. As you bring the hands to heart center, left leg lunges back. Find your lunge, left leg back. As you inhale, work into a twist to the left. So you're just doing that lunge twist. As you exhale, next exhale, blossom the arms, cartwheel the arms into warrior two. So you were in the lunge twist. And you're gonna open up now. You have left knee bent, right leg straight, warrior two. Good, yes, so you have to unwind, good. Find your warrior two, left knee bent, right leg straight. Reverse warrior with an inhale, front arm reaches up to the sky, back arm to your leg for support. As you exhale, float the arms, cartwheel the arms down, front elbow to front knee, back arm up to the sky, extended side angle. Take a breath here, add any movement if you want. Last time we did reach the arm overhead, so you may want to, since it's our second time, you may be feeling a little more comfortable. You may want to reach and hold the arm overhead. Feel a deeper length rather than just straight up. On your next inhale, reverse triangle. So the front knee straightens. You're going to cartwheel your arms back up. Front arm now reaches up to the sky. Like your reverse warrior, front arm up to the sky, left arm to the sky, right arm to your back leg, good. And then keep that front knee straight. We've worked on triangle a lot, so you have to keep the front knee straight, keep the hips open, and reach kind of forward before you come down. Left hand down to wherever it lands on the left leg. Right hand or top hand starts to lift up to the sky. See if you can get that top arm over top shoulder, over bottom shoulder, kind of stacked, good. And then come back up. Now we're not going into our lunge now. Now we're gonna add on to this. Let's take this into a wide leg straddle. So just pivot so both feet point towards kind of the corners, or they could be parallel to the long side of the mat. Fall forward, making this nice pyramid pose with your body. Wide leg straddle. Let's connect with your breath again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. So let's add a little twist. Plant right hand, left hand lifts up. Twist, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale the other arm up, twist. Exhale down. Then we'll come, left leg back. Okay, so come to the right leg first. You're gonna bring your hands to the inside of your front foot and bend into the knee. Then we'll come to the other side. So I call these our Spider-Man walks. But this time, I'm gonna give you the option to come down. We've got our left knee bent, to come down to the left knee, all the way down. I'll show one other option if you don't want to come down to the knee. If you can come down, we're going to take a gate pose. Arms reach up and then fold toward the straight leg. Inhale, and we'll come. So you can do this without kneeling down. It would just be kind of this. And then the other way, come to a chair here, where you could sit in the chair. On the ground with the knee down, we're going to take this into a kind of side plank type pose by bringing hand to the ground and come onto your back toe, lift the back heel, slide it back. You could do some version of this standing or seated in the chair. I would choose maybe the seated option just to change things up if you don't want to be on your knee. Then we're going to work back into our lunge now toward this straight leg. You're going to bend it. It's already in this lunge position. So I'm going to lift my back knee, find that lunge. Inhale, crescent. We'll do this several times so you'll get the feel for it. Exhale, power lunge. Keep the bend. Step the back leg with control up to meet it. And we're in chair pose. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands back to heart center. So we just added a little bit on, but now you're learning that first part. Let's try it with the other leg. As you're ready, one more time, inhale, arms lift, reach up. As you exhale, bring hands to heart center, step the opposite leg back, right leg for most of you. Find your lunge. As you're ready, inhale into your lunge twist, just twisting with the upper body, hands stay in the lunge. As you exhale, blossom the arms or cartwheel the arms open into a warrior two. So you're going from a twist all the way to the other side, opening the arms, or you could bring the arms up. Warrior two, right knee bent, left knee bent, excuse me. Good, reverse warrior on the inhale. Feel your breath, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So on your exhale, bring your front elbow to the front knee. This is your second time in your extended side angle, so you may want to take it a little deeper if you could go down to a block, or if you can keep the arm closer to the ear, extending a little longer. So just kind of work your own way. Inhale, reversing that. So again, cartwheeling the arms in the opposite direction. Front arm comes up to the sky, back hand on the back leg, straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Reverse triangle. Let's work your way into a regular triangle, coming back through center, cartwheeling the arms, reaching forward, front arm on the front leg, back arm up to the sky, triangle pose. Inhale, coming back up, pivot on the feet. Fall forward between the legs. You've got your wide leg straddle, wide leg forward fold. So now you should be facing the long side of the mat. Feet should be parallel or slightly open toward the corners. Find your breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Wide leg, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Plant right hand. Inhale, left hand lifts into this kind of twisty pose. Left hand lifts. Exhale, down. Inhale, twist again, other side. Right hand lifts. Exhale, down. So go ahead to your front leg. Bend into the front knee. Left leg. Bend into the knee, bring the hands, or walk the hands like you're Spider-Man to the inside of the foot. Feel a nice deep hip stretch. And then when you're ready, Spider-Man, walk your hands over to the other foot. Bend now into the right knee. Is that right? No. Okay. I'm not sure. I think we had left leg. Okay, yeah, so we want the right knee bent. And then bring that right knee to the ground and work your way into a hip bridge. Is that right? It might be the opposite side down. I don't know. One leg down. And then reach up, the opposite of what you did last time. If you need to, sit in a chair. Have one leg out, one leg bent. So one option with the chair, other option, knee on the ground. This was a good transition when I was practicing it, but maybe not. On your exhale, hand down, give yourself torso length from the hip to the hand. And just kind of stretch long like you're in some kind of supported side plank. Then we're gonna come back to that, what's a straight leg. Bend it, and you should lift into your lunge. Add the power lunge. Step back, foot forward, chair pose. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Feel like you're kind of getting a feel for the flow. We've got time. Let's do it one more time. Adding your breath. Inhale, arms reach up. On the exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So now you know what you're doing. I'm not going to demonstrate. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Up into standing, arms reach overhead. Once the hands come to heart center, you're going to, on the exhale, you're going to lunge left leg back. Find your lunge. Let's add one more thing here. Let's inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, work into a twist. So lunge twist to the right, to the right. Inhale, bring the arms up, and as you exhale, find your warrior two. Right knee bent. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. So reverse warrior, but with a straight front knee. Exhale, work into your triangle. Go at your own pace. We'll wait for you in triangle. So remember, triangle, you're over the front leg is straight, maybe a soft bend in the knee. Inhale, bend into the front knee, come back up through a warrior two, and then bring the arms overhead and pivot like you're getting ready to go into a wide leg straddle. So pivot your front foot to the corner of the mat, front left corner of the mat. And then let's take this into a goddess or horse pose by bringing the arms out and bending both knees, kind of this really wide leg squat. Hold it here for one breath. And as you're ready, fall forward into a wide leg forward fold. You can straighten the legs, hands come right in the center, wide leg forward fold. Beautiful. Good job, you guys. Inhale, halfway lift with the wide legs. Exhale, forward fold. Add a twist, left arm lifts. Inhale, left arm. From that twist, right hand right between the two, left and right. Exhale that hand down, right hand lifts on the next inhale. Little prasarita twist, exhale down. Okay, we're gonna walk the hands now to the inside of the right foot. Bend into the right knee. Like the Spider-Man pose, lower the hips, bend into the knee, left leg is straight. Good. Walk the hands, Spider-Man, walk the hands over to the other side. Lower those hips, bend into the knee. Here, if you want to take that option coming into bridge, I usually will have to lower, kind of scoot my foot toward the back of the mat so that the knee lands on the mat. And I see that some of you have options. And I was gonna tell you before to have an extra pad if you need under the knee. So double up the mat if you need to under the knee. Inhale, arms reach up so you've got right leg straight, left knee bent. Exhale over the straight legs, over the right leg. And then when you're ready, bring left hand to the ground. Right hand reaches up and long. So you've got your right leg straight and you're in this kind of kneeling side plank. If you don't want the knee on the ground, you can do an extended side angle. Good, Jean, I like that option. So it's just an extended side angle, left knee bent. All right, work your way toward that straight leg. Pivot the toes so they point to the front or the short side of the mat. And start to lift the back leg up, tuck the back toes under so you're in this lunge again. Inhale, see if you can bring the hands up. I know it's challenging, but that's what brings you into this present moment. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, power lunge. Or you can bring hands to heart center, that's another option. And then remember, you keep that bend in the front knee. You can lift the back leg up or just with control, step it forward. Find bent knees. Hips sit back. Chair pose, arms reach up. Exhale, settle the hips just a little bit. Let's bring hands to heart center on the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe here. Standing pose. Great job. Let's try it out last time on the other side. So my hope is that you're really, it is challenging. You have to pay attention. You have to be in your body. So that's what we're here for. We are being in the present moment. We are challenging ourselves in the present moment. And my hope is that over time and as we go through this, one, you'll get more confident in it, but also you'll get to go deeper into the poses since we've done them several times. So notice how you're feeling. Let's even it out last time. As you're ready, right leg steps back, left leg forward. Find your lunge on the exhale. Inhale, bring the arms up. Crescent lunge. Exhale, lunge twist towards your left. Inhale, bring the arms back up and unwind or cartwheel, whatever works for you, windmill, whatever it looks like, into your warrior two. Left knee bend. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Front arm comes up. Exhale, extended side angle. Keep that length in your spine. Hinge from the front hip. On your next inhale, come into reverse triangle. Straighten the front knee. Front arm reaches up to the sky. Back arm on your back leg for support. Reverse triangle. As you're ready, come back up into a triangle. So you're going to inhale, maybe take your time. Front arm on the front leg, both legs straight. Find that triangle. As you're ready, inhale, bend into the front. You come back through warrior two. So you kind of bend into the knee to help you get back up. But then Pivot, straighten the legs, pivot so both toes point to the corners, and find a goddess pose. So it's this wide leg squat. You've got your legs wide, your arms out, and then inhale, come up. Exhale, fall forward, right through center, wide leg. Next, inhale, add a halfway lift. Next, exhale, hands plant. Add some twist, plant one hand. Inhale, other hand comes up, twist. Exhale, down. Inhale, opposite arm lifts up, twist. Exhale, down. Start to walk your hands. I have to think about sides again. Walk your hands to what was your back leg. No, what was your front leg? Which is your left leg, I think. Left. There we go. So you've got this Spider-Man position, kind of this side squat. Walk your hands through center until you get to that back leg, bend into the knee. Now, you can come up, you can sit on a chair, you can come up into standing, or if you want the kneeling option, come down to your back knee. Arms reach up, add your gate pose. Stretch first toward this one straight leg. Side bend. Then bring the arms all the way down until your bottom hand comes to the ground. Top hand reaches up and long to this side plank, kneeling side plank. When you're ready, come up, work your hands to the straight leg on each side of the straight leg. Bend into the front knee and work into this lunge. So you're going to kind of pivot your back foot, tuck the toes under, lift the back knee, and now you're back in this lunge. Maybe step a little closer if you need to. So go toward the straight leg, bend into the knee of the straight leg. Good, you pivot on the back knee, come into the lunge. Find your breath again. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, power lunge, hands alongside the body. Lean forward through the crown of the head. Find this length. Hold this for just an extra count here as you're reaching forward through the head. Find some balance. See if you can lift that back leg up with any type of control. Maybe it's warrior three, maybe it's just stepping forward. And end in the chair pose, chair legs, bent knees, hips sitting back. Inhale, arms reach up. Chair pose, exhale, sitting in a little deeper. Inhale, standing tall, mountain, straighten the legs, reach overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe here. You did it. Great job. All right, we don't have a lot of time. So what I want you to do is kind of wiggle your shoulders, and you're going to roll down, wiggling your shoulders into a forward fold, kind of like this. And then just wiggle your way back up, kind of loosening out your spine. And then go back, wiggle your way down. And then back up, getting out any other tightness that you need to get out. One more time, roll into your forward fold. And then you can either squat down or work your way down into seated. We'll come all the way down into seated. Starting with a seated figure four. Bend into both knees. I'm going to bring hands back behind the hips and start leaning back a little bit behind the hips. And then you'll take your right foot up and over the right. Yes, the right. I was doing my left. Up and over the left knee. And then once you kind of get set up with the legs, then kind of lean forward, opening the heart forward and finding that hip stretch. So you may still be back. You may need to take it onto your back, and that's fine too if you're laying down. Some type of figure four hip stretch and breathe into the hips. Maintaining length through the side bodies. Being aware of the breath and sending that breath into the tightness in your hips. Remembering that that breath is what brings us into the present moment. Let's straighten the bottom leg and just cross the top leg over. I should scoot back so you can see me here. Let me see. So you'll cross it over. I've got my left leg straight, right knee crossed over, and add a twist. Lifting tall as you're twisting, keep and maintain that length. You can keep hugging the lifted knee or bring elbow to the outside. Find a twist. Trying to create equal twisting tension throughout the spine. Also, the straight leg, keep that active by pulling the toes back towards the shin. Then as you come back around, go ahead and start to bend into the bottom leg. Keep moving back so I can show you. So we were here. We're going to bend into the bottom leg, and you can either stay here, one more hip stretch, or you can come into a fire log where you're stacking the shins. I feel bad because I know a lot of you don't have blocks. So let's see. You could do, because you can do blocks, you could put the leg out in front and kind of lean forward here. Yeah, that's probably the best option. So you could put a foot on a block or block under the lifted knee. But if you don't have blocks, go ahead and set it out in front. So instead of stacked on top of each other, they're stacked one in front of the other. And then find this length, try and feel even between your sit bones and lean forward. So this is definitely a good hip stretch. My hips are always so tight. So this is our set. We've done 2 hip stretches. Feeling that breath, feeling in the present moment. Studies have shown that you cannot focus on more than one thing at a time. Even when you become aware that you're thinking of something, you are out of the present moment and back in your mind. Again, just feel the breath. Just notice what's happening in the body and to the body. Inhale, coming back up. Let's straighten the legs and do some windshield wipers with the feet. Oh, that feels nice. Lean back. Figure 4, left leg on top of right knee. Try and keep the back nice and long as you're doing that. Being kind to your body, knowing that if you are tight, it is because, it's probably because you are of your life, the lifestyle that you have, whether you are active or whether you have to sit a lot. Be grateful for those experiences that cause your body to be loose or tight or just how you are. Knowing that no one is healthier by having looser hips. Sending the breath there. We'll start to straighten the bottom leg, and until you can put your top foot flat on the ground. Start to hug the knee and find that length through your spine. Activate the bottom straight leg and work into your twist. Now I'm twisting toward, this is called a closed twist, which is what we did in our lunch today. We're twisting toward the front leg. But in this position, you could also go into the open twist, which is what you would do like if you were pregnant or just if it feels better for you. So there's 2 types of twists. You're welcome to do either one. Try and be present. Notice what feels best for your body. Breathing, noticing any sensations, tension, stretching, feeling in the spine and throughout the body. We'll come back to center. Find your fire lock. So again, you'll kind of bend both knees and you can either stack the shins on top or you can use blocks. If you've got one leg floating, you can put a block to support the knee or a foot. Or if you don't have blocks, just put one foot in front of the other. So they're still fairly even, and lift up and lean forward. And you can do this in either position, stacked or on top of each other or stacked in front. Almost like you're opening the heart forward rather than rounding. You can tell the difference. Noticing, again, those sensations in the hips. As you're ready, inhale, coming up. Lean back with the hands. Stretch the legs out in front and do a few more windshield wipers just with the feet. Left and right. Loosen up from the knees and the hips. Feel that internal and external rotation. And then you'll work your way onto your back with the knees bent. So bend them once you're there, or as you're going into it, we'll roll onto the back. And then once again, windshield wipers, or I guess really with the knees bent for the first time. Do those windshield wipers. Loosen up hips, back. Maybe you just want to take one leg at a time, just doing what you can do. And then gently even out the sides, bring the knees back to center. And work your way into your final relaxation. Whether you want to use props or a wall, some pillows. As we spend some time in silence, remembering these thoughts, to be in the present moment, to not let the past steal your present. There's a thought that I repeat to myself often. It says, every now and then we need to pause in our pursuit of happiness and just be happy. So let's take this pause to feel what we're feeling. It doesn't have to be happiness, but just to be present, to notice what we are feeling, to be here in our bodies with our breath. We'll take the next few minutes in total relaxation. Slowly start to bring awareness back into your breath. Feeling your inhales and exhales. And starting to add small movements into fingers and into toes. Nodding your head side to side. Bending your knees, rolling onto one side. Take a breath there as you awaken your body, prepared to take on the rest of the day. Trying to move forward with the intention to be present throughout the day. The Dalai Lama says there are only 2 days in the year that nothing can be done. One is called yesterday and the other is called tomorrow. So today is the right day to love, believe, do, and mostly live. Hopefully we can remember that and take it, this practice that you've had, moving in the present moment, moving with your breath off of the mat today. Thank you so much for coming. Namaste.